pull up. She's ready too. I know she's ready.
There she is. Come on up here, queen.
She ready to talk to him. I need your undivided attention.
In case you didn't know who this is.
Let's go.
In case you didn't know who this is, quit playing with yourself. You know who this is. So help me out, make some noise one time for Miss Modest Jones, please.
Let's go.
How we doing, Las Vegas? Hey. Yo, you guys, I swear this is the first Las Vegas Cannabis Awards Festival I've ever hosted. So I wanted to say that to you guys first. I've been doing the whole country tour, but I'm bringing it back home today to see all y'all. So thank you for coming to see me. I see you high butt tenders out there. Can I shout out a couple people? Y'all know what the topic is. Does anybody know what the topic is here?
Mommy!
I don't know what the topic is, but it's kind of serious. Low-key, low-key. But for a minute, I would say what up to a couple people. High Blood Tenders Podcast. I got my whole family over here from Smoking Fire Hookah Lounge. So I know y'all going to all kind of after parties after this, but I'm going there. I'll be at Smoking Fire Hookah Lounge on Russell and Pecos. So come kick it with your girl if you want a lower key night till 2 a.m. Today, Penny Lane, what up? Alright, I can't shout at all y'all. But, so Smoking Fire, Ellen Anderson, Penny Lane, Earth Smokes a lot. Y'all ain't about to get mad at me. Today I want to speak about being a cannabis consumer and a parent. So I know that's not my typical topic, right? Okay? Damn, I feel like I can't really feel y'all up here. I don't really feel. Hold on. Is this allowed? Can I do this? Is that alright? Is my sound alright? Microphone check one, microphone check out.
You sound good, girl. You sound good. Go ahead.
Alright, my mic sound nice? Okay. Hi guys, now I get to really look at y'all. So some of y'all heard me outside. I made a point. I want to engage with each and every one of you that's fucking with me. If you're fucking with me, I'm fucking with you. Within reason. Right? Right. So I want to have a moment with each of you tonight. Even if we meet eyes, I want to have a moment with your energy, and I'm going to take that moment with you. But I want to talk about raising my 3 sons and being a cannabis consumer. And I know there's a lot of ears in here, and we're recording, and we're posting, and people are listening, and they're paying attention to what I'm saying. And what I'm saying to you is, a lot of you that know me have heard my story. You know I've been consuming cannabis since I was 11 years old. I grew up under Rastafarians. My sister was in a dance group with Jamaicans, and I was just a little one, and I wasn't dancing. I wasn't doing really anything disciplined. So I was chilling with the Rastas, and I kind of found myself there. So that may give you guys a lot of answers. Is this mic better, y'all? Can you hear me? Is this better? Is that better? Okay. All right. Is that good? Can you take it down a little? I'm sorry. All right. I mean, when I talk about my kids, I get real passionate. So that's why I'm harassing Chris Cash. And Chris Cash know I love his ass. However, when I get about my kids, I get passionate. So I have twins. They're 15. This month they turn 15. I have an 8-year-old. He's turning 9. So the first thing I'm gonna tell you guys, since I don't have a lot of time, is when I first started consuming cannabis again, it was after I took like 10 years off, and I can tell you my reasons. I was repeating my junior year of college, and it wasn't because of the cannabis. I was partying, I was drinking too. I went into college at 17, so I was a bird, of course, right? And I wasn't focused, so I quit cannabis, I quit alcohol, and I quit sex for years to be like sober-minded in my mind. That's what I needed for me. Not saying anything about any of you or where I am right now at 40, right? So I started consuming cannabis after I had my little one. And truth be told, I'm just gonna be transparent with y'all because this is how we rock, right? I was trying to leave his dad, and I was having a tough time because I had just had a baby by myself. I already had my twins. so I gotta be doing my passion, right? With the kids, what they realized is Mama had a little medicine bottle and there wasn't no pills in it. I used to keep my weed in a prescription bottle. I'm sure all of us pretty much, right? So they'd be like, oh, like now you got a little older, what's your medicine? The twins, because they was older. The baby's a baby, right? So, I mean, I left the dad, obviously, right? So in turn, I'm very focused on my kids, just me and my boys, me and my boys. When I was smoking weed, I would realize that, I mean, yeah, I'd go do it in private time because that was my choice, but I'd be down on the floor. I was telling everybody at work last night at Smoking Fire, I would get down on the floor, I'm ready to play Twister, I'm ready to like color, and like this is me, fresh off, I weaned myself off all my medication because I had a C-section, I'm by myself. I'm like, these kids going to school, I'm gonna clean, I cook, they going to school, they're not staying home with me, right? So I got up, get in the car, all the things. The cannabis, like, really helped me with my recovery even later down the line. Now, my youngest is now gonna be 9, and I still feel like a little sensitivity down there. You just don't ever get back right. But the cannabis helped with my healing, and at that point, I didn't understand the receptors that are in the cannabis, that are working with us, that are healing us, like, all the time, right? So, any of you that don't know, we have a system built in our body, an endocannabinoid system. And I'm not saying everybody needs to get high or THC or CBD or CBG or whatever you like, right? But there's a system in our body that lets me know that we are supposed to be working with this plant in some kind of way, or at least some majority of us are. Now, in my opinion, I feel like there's something in the plant for everyone, right? So, as I realized this, my older ones are asking questions. So I'm just trying to give you a little game, because it can be a little tough, right? Last night, me and the girls were talking because the kids went out to the car and they got my little bag. It just looks like a cosmetic bag, and it was my weed bag. Like, don't y'all call the police on me. I mean, I'm being honest so I can tell my story. And it made me feel weird, right? So I was like, no. Like, my kids are 15. They're like, what's her problem? Like, we know what's in the damn bag, right? They're 15. Like, they're like, and then I think about what I was doing at 15, and I'm like, no, we're not gonna think about that. We're not gonna think about that. So I was telling the girls, I'm like, I felt weird when he had my weed bag, like nobody touched anything, but I felt weird. And my girl's like, oh yeah. I'd be like, the kids are like, mommy, is that your weed? And they're like judging her, and I'm like, I know not to say that to me. Like, don't say that to me. But just that kind of stuff, that's the stigma attached to it, right? And a lot of us are nervous, like you're shooting your content, like I'm just keeping it a million. If I see y'all influencer faces out there, you shooting your content, all of a sudden you got like a little kid goes right in the back and you're like, oh shit, I gotta reshoot this whole thing. Like, they see a kid, they're gonna say, they're marketing cannabis to children. Like, no, that is like the biggest, worst thing you could do to one of us in this room. Like, we are not marketing it to children at all. So it's working through the stigma. A lot of you guys saw me in my speech on destigmatization. That all falls in line with the same thing. It's self-love and acceptance. If you're a cannabis consumer and you love the plant, what you gonna do? You gonna not consume at all? And you're gonna be crazy? You're gonna be so nasty, probably, maybe, depending on who you are. I can only speak from me because I'm me, right? So I realized I was a lot more lighthearted, humorous, maybe more energy, depends on what you're smoking. Now, you're all here with us, so we have a special added benefit for you. Most of the faces that I see in here, a lot of these people came to see me. I know y'all, I didn't pay them to come here, y'all. However, most of the people you see in here, we know terpenes, right? Some of us know terpenes, right? I love terpenes. Now we know enough about terpenes to know that if you're gonna be with your kids and you're gonna go consume somewhere, you probably want to consume something specific, right? Right? Okay. Because if you go real heavy, like on the karyophyllene, you kind of talk like me, but kids, pepper, excuse, no karyophyllene before a show, right? Like, and yes, I'm gonna tell like terpene jokes, so y'all think I'm corny, I tell mom jokes, dad jokes, all the things. But however, I'll tell you, if you get a knowledgeable bud tender, like knowledgeable bud tenders are like currency. Y'all know energy is currency to me. Y'all know network is network to me. But bud tenders are currency too, because they can literally tell you what kind of high you're gonna get. So I'm just gonna right? And then we're gonna wrap around that what we're doing in our household, right? Like family, like the energy that's surrounding you consistently. Now look at the energy surrounding us in here. I like this. I like this energy, okay? Now we need to be able to find a way to try to feel like this at home, right? If anybody talks to me when I'm home with the boys, I don't always feel like this at home. Okay, so I'm gonna be honest. However, I am here for you if you have any questions. If you want to hit me up, you can reach out to me. My social's super easy to find, @Modest Jones. We can talk about it, because it goes down. 15 years of raising them alone, you guys. You think I've been this perfect social butterfly? Like, everything's snowflakes and birds are flying in the window like I'm Snow White and shit? Like, no. No, some days I'll be like that, but the cannabis has helped. There are times I've had to duck out of situations, I'll be right back, you know? And that's my choice. I choose not to sit and smoke up around him. I've more like done little tricks to keep him from smoking weed. Right now, honestly, the video game makes them more like stuck than anything ever made me. Like, when they come up off a video game, that's how I used to be like back in the day when I first smoked weed. Just, they're just not in tune with what's going on around, you know what I mean? So, really, I'm just saying, start with the self-love, work on it in the house, right? So you have to accept that you're a stoner, just accept it, and then find a way to balance. Balance, that's the key. Work your situation around that, right? And as you feel that, you'll know the difference between what feels great, us together now, us looking at each other's eyes, and you with those little chumley buns, yeah? What feels good? Being high, right? People in the house feeling good. Wow, you come home, it's peaceful. That's beautiful, right? Imagine what we could do if we decided that we were gonna feel like that and we accept who we are and work it into our schedule and stop trying to hide it, right? Maybe I'm not like, hey kids, I'm gonna go smoke a blunt right now. Like, I'm not like that. But it's like, they got to a point that like, mommy's got her medicine and she's like, better with the medicine, period, the end. Okay. We may not really understand the medicine, but we will, and I'm sure the 15-year-olds do. Right? So we start there, and then all I wanted to say to you guys is this. I'm talking about my family because my sons are near and dear to my heart, but there were other messages here, right? When we step out, we should be feeling like this consistently. So I'm gonna ask you guys to do one thing for me, and you feel free to follow up with me @Modest Jones on any network or whatever. Come get my number. Within reason. Don't come over here being weird. Well, the good weird. I'm down with the good weird. I want you guys to stop and ask yourselves if you can find that balance within yourself, even if you have to reach out to one of us to help. I know I call people for balance. I look to y'all for balance. My whole family over here from work just like healed me. Okay? Smoking fire, right? So, all right, Chris. So, all right. So, what I want you to do is try to cultivate that in your everyday life. So, I want you to feel like this. Do your best to feel like this at work and everything like that too. And I know it seems easier said than done, but I worked an office job too, taking care of those kids. And one day, I realized I knew how to make just as much money that day, every day, and not go there for so many hours.